Good morning students, welcome to online biology class and today we are going to continue the topic of microorganisms. In the last class we already discussed about the microorganisms, where the microorganisms we may be found and where we can be collect different types of organisms and where they are present and we discussed the microscope, our parts, what are the parts are present in the microscope, types of microscopes we discussed, and next we also discussed about that from the pond water how we can collect the microorganisms and how we need to be observe it under microscope. We saw, no? Yes. And one more activity is there. Yes. A. Observing the microorganisms from mud water. Mud water. Mud water means the rainwater or else the sand water and all we may call it as a mud water. Yes. For these materials, beaker, mud water. Yes. Normal water. Normal water. And yes, that's it we needed and procedure. Yes. Take two beakers. Beaker A, beaker B. Beaker A is filled with mud water. Beaker A is filled with mud water. Beaker B filled with normal water. Normal water. Just beaker A is filled with mud water. Beaker B is filled with normal water. Both the beakers should kept it aside for 5 to 6 hours. 5 to 6 hours you should keep the beaker normally. After 5 to 6 hours you just observe that the normal water you may observe, you may not going to observe anything. Why? Because the normal water is not having any dust particles. But when you are going to take the mud water, this water is going, how it will be observed? Settlement of some particles at certain places. This is the mud, this is the slight mud, and here water. See the difference? Here the completed water, after 5 to 6 years, you will observe the mud will be came to down and somewhat disturbance water means not colored, mud mixed color, water will be above the mud and after the plain water will be observed here. You should collect these water, not the mud. These water you should collect and with the help of microscope you will be see the microorganisms you can be observed. Like in the last activity we discussed, no, with the help of the pond water we are going to be proceed observing the microorganisms, no. There from these layers we can be take the we can be see the microorganisms with the help of microscope. That is the today's activity, children. Yesterday's we discussed now the procedure. Take 1 ml from the mud water, From that 1 ml to, we need to be take only 0.1 ml of water and kept it on the slide. After adding the drops to the slide, just file it under the slide to file, just passing through on the file. The pond water will be attached to the slide, that patch like that. You need to be add some iodine solution, 2 drops, and after 2 minutes rinse with water, and after again you should add alcohol. 2 minutes after rinse with water. After watering, after you should dry the slide for 5 minutes. After drying the slide, you should add 2 drops of glue, cover with cover slip, and after you should observe it. Let it dry for some time. After drying the slide, you should observe it under the microscope. You can see the different types of microorganisms. That all we already discussed in the last class. And by collecting these mud water also, we can see the microorganisms. And this is the today's activity. And next I am going to be tell to you about the types of microorganisms. In the last class, we already discussed about that. The microorganisms we cannot be seen with our normal eyes. We can see with the help of microscope only. And what are the microorganisms? Or else any color will be there. It will significant some colors. Will be show some colors. You may found it. I think these microorganisms you may found in your houses also. With the examples of bread. At the time of rainy season, the wet bread should be, normally the bread packet you will be buy from your market, and should be kept it open or not properly closed. At the rainy time season, the bread after 2 to 3 days or 4 days, 5 days, you may see that the bread slice. As you know, these are the bread slices. You may observe some greyish, blackish colors on the patches on the bread. Greyish patches and blackish patches you may observe now. That patches are nothing but the fungus. Fungus is one of the microorganism. Okay now. And next, you may observe on the pickles also, no? Pickles, you didn't close the container properly, and on the pickle, some whitish layer will be found. That whitish layer is also known as fungus. Yes, that's why when your moms are going to be prepared the pickles, they will be add more salt and the chili powder, and they will be preserved it. Without touching the water, they will be trying to preserve it. Why? Because not to attack any fungus to the pickles. That we already know. And these organisms we can see only with the microscope. Some more microorganisms are there that cannot be seen with our naked eyes also. Yes, the whole world is having different types of microorganisms. That can see some, we cannot see some. Yes. And next, the types of microorganisms we will see. Types of microorganisms. Yes. There are 5 types of microorganisms are there. 5 types are there. What are they? First one, bacteria. Second one, algae. Third one, protozoa. Fourth one, fungi or fungus. Fungi is the singular, fungus is the plural. And next, fifth one is nothing but viruses. Yes. These are the 5 types of microorganisms. Are there? There are bacteria, algae, protozoa, fungus and virus. These are the microorganisms. They are not having any specific structure. They don't need it, and they are not having any special substance to grow. They can grow anywhere. They can take anything as a substance, and they can grow their body to build their body. Yes, and these microorganisms, the bacteria may causes the diseases of the bacteria is going to be causes some infections, and it is going to be causes the bacterial diseases. What type of diseases? Typhoid, tuberculosis. It may causes, with the help of the bacterial infection, causes the typhoid and tuberculosis. It causes some diseases. Yes. And next, the protozoa may causes the malaria. The best example, malaria disease, that malaria fever will causes. And next, the viruses. The viruses is nothing but, and it may causes the cold, cough, flu. Yes, it is going to be caused. And some more are there, that with the help of the protozoa, dysentery. Dysentery is the disease caused by the protozoa microorganisms. Dysentery means nothing but the food is not going to be digested properly. You may get the diarrhea, vomitings and motions you may get. When you are going to be that feces, the feces is may having, it may fall the blood in your feces. Why? Because the intestinal is not going to be digested properly. It may causes the intestinal tract, some wounds. From the wounds, the blood is coming with the, through the feces only. That's why dysentery will causes through the protozoa. These are the some bacterial infections cause diseases, and protozoa infection diseases, and viruses cause infections. And next, in this session, not that algae. These and all, the bacteria mostly you may found everywhere. You may found in soil, water, mud, rainwater, on the beaches, on the ducks, you may saw the bacteria. And algae is mostly found in water. These bacteria we may found in everywhere. Okay now? Algae mostly will be found in water, mud water, soil water, rain water, pond water, lake water, you may see that algae. And protozoa also everywhere. And fungus. These fungus mostly will be found on the food and dead particles. And dead particles you may found the fungus. Why? Because the fungus needs some support to grow. On the food means the food items will be there. Based on that food item, it starts to their growth. Take as an we are the children. You are the children. You will be supported. You will be cooked. First, you cannot be prepared by yourself the food. The food will be prepared by your mother. The mother's help is needed to prepare anything not the first time. Like the fungus also needs some support to grow their body. And next, viruses. Viruses need host. Generally, the viruses will be present everywhere in the soil, in the mud, in the water. But if any host will be present, any organism will be needed. Now, corona how is going to be entered in our body? In air it is there, in the benches it is there. When you touch that bench and when you eat something, that viruses will be entered into your body. The who is supporting there? Our body cells are giving the food for the virus body. Like that, the viruses need the host organism to start to grow their body to causes the infection for us. That is about the types of microorganisms, children. And what are the 5 types of microorganisms? Bacteria, algae, protozoa, fungus, and viruses. And some infection caused diseases also we discussed. And next, these are the microorganisms are going to be found in everywhere. Mostly the fungus and viruses needs some substances, some host it needs to start their growth. Yes, that's why these are very dangerous. Fungus means not that much, but the viral means very dangerous. Mostly the fungus is going to be causes infection for the food, and not only for the food, it may causes some irritations. On our skin also the fungus will be grow. How? When you are wearing some collar shirts and socks and blouses, you didn't remove for one day, from morning to evening, you didn't remove for 6 to 7 hours. Our body will release some sweat. That sweat and the cloth may cause some irritation, and some small wounds will come. That the fungus will be formed there. The water cannot evaporate it out. The water cannot go to inside our body. At that time, the fungus may causes and red itches will become. That is the fungus. Yes, okay. And these tamara we may call now. Yes, that will be formed due to the fungus. And viruses, cough, cold, influenza, these may causes the viruses. And algae will be present in water. When we are going to be drinking these algae containing microorganism bacteria, it may causes the diarrhea and vomitings. Mostly cholera also may get with the help of the algal infections. And bacteria, typhoid and tuberculosis. Typhoid means fever. If the typhoid will come, it is not easy to release from our body. It may take nearly 2 months to 3 months to recover again back to normal health. And tuberculosis. Tuberculosis means generally it may causes a cough more, and you may get the blood. When you are coughing, the blood will be released from your mouth. That is about the bacterial infection, algal, protozoa, fungus, and viral infection. Yes, children, today's session is going to be completed, and the tomorrow's session we are going to be see the types of bacteria and some other microorganisms also we are going to be seeing the next class. Thank you, children.